Hey guys, and back in the video, and this is Kae-Toad Essentials ASMR, and I want to do another whisper rambling just for a little bit. If you hear some noises, I'm in my car right now, and I'm parked outside of my job, and if you guys ever feel like overwhelmed doing your job or like working, I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm just like I got so many things to do, and it's just really messing with me sometimes. Like it's really messing me up sometimes. I can't help it, but it is. And I know a lot of people going through that as well. And like it seems like you're doing everything, and then all of a sudden, more shit, more paperwork, more other shit you gotta do, and it's just a lot. And sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it can sometimes it can really be too much for me. I'm not gonna lie. And I know, and I'm very blessed to have a job and have my job, but sometimes it can be a lot. And sometimes I need to take a break. Just get off my laptop or walk around or get some fresh air, which it is my fault as well because I need to do those things and not be in my office for 8 hours. And just eat my lunch and not be on my phone or I probably have ADHD, and it's like I want to do this, do that, do this, do that. Like I just can't focus sometimes while I'm working, and it's really been a challenge for me, and I'm trying my best to just get focused and be focused while I'm doing one task. And sometimes it can be very daunting. It can be very daunting, like it's like it's like you're having FOMO, like you're missing out on something while you're just working. You might want to watch a YouTube video or podcast or whatever whatever was going on, and you're missing out on something, but you're not missing out on anything at all. And I think that's what is getting to me, which I need to be focused. Sometimes it's so hard to be focused on one task, and I'm trying to be focused on one task. Like just do this right now, and then worry about the other ones until you get a chance. And sometimes I need to remind myself that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to get out and get some fresh air and just unwind and just take a breath and just relax before you get back to work. But at the same time, it's like if you take a break, it's like, oh, I got more shit to do. Like it's just never it's a never ending. Like this shit just don't stop. Paperwork just pile up and keep piling up. And it's hard to do everything in one day. It's impossible, especially 8 hours. Sometimes like some jobs that I do, sometimes it might take all day than most. And I'm just trying to figure that out. And I know a lot of people are going through that as well. I've been watching like videos of, people getting advice of like, do what you gotta do, and then, don't look at your emails. Just do your tasks now, and then worry about the emails later. And that makes a lot of sense too, because I do check my emails sometimes, and sometimes I need to not check my emails and focus on my job or focus on what I'm doing, and then maybe later on check my emails or see what's going on with that. But I'm definitely trying. I'm not perfect at all, but I'm trying my best to find a format or find a plan for me to do my job a lot better than I am now. And yeah, it's just a lot going on, and I'm trying not to stress at work or like during the weekends. I try not to. I try not to. How can I say this? I try not to worry about work during the weekends or Sunday, especially Sunday. Like I try not to even worry about work. But sometimes you just can't help it, or you might like, damn, I forgot to do this when I left my job, or I forgot to put this in before I left my job, and it can be a lot, especially if if you don't have anybody that can help you, and you're doing it all by yourself. It can be a lot. It can be like your brain can really get to you, and you can be mentally exhausted. Like mentally exhausted. It's really tough. It's really tough. But sometimes, one day at a time, I can't do everything. And sometimes I just need to focus on what I need to do that day. And then worry about the rest when I get to it. And that's what I need to do. I just worry about the rest when I get to it. But that was, that's just on my mind. It's just like, man, it's like you really just like, and sometimes I feel like, am I doing enough? I mean, my supervisor, he's not on my ass or anything, I'm doing a good job, but it's just like mentally, it's just like about you, like, am I doing a good job, or am I messing things up, or why am I not getting shit done that needs to be done? Like, why? And sometimes, like, it really fucks up, it really fucks with you. It really does. But I'm just going to take my time and do what I can every day and not be worried about not doing this or not doing that. And I need to focus on doing that part. I need to focus on doing that part. But, yeah, I just had to vent. And I'm so glad I have my good old task cam to just, put out and use what I'm doing right now. And, yeah, I hope you guys are doing good out there. Hopefully you guys are doing a good job at your job, which you are doing a good job at your job. And, yeah, I think we're all going through this in this crazy world that we're living in right now. There's a lot going on. And, yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to just take one day at a time and just focus on what you have to do. And what I need to do, especially doing my job, I need to not be on YouTube. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to not be on YouTube or any social media things when I'm working. Or at least when I'm like on my lunch break or something like that. Instead of just working and then being on YouTube, because you can't get shit done, and I need to focus on my job instead of being on social media doing my job, which I'm going to get better at that as well. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. And like I said, I know somebody probably hearing this probably go through the same shit I'm going through. And trust me, you're not alone. You're not alone. We all go through this. But we're gonna be okay. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And we have a good day, a good evening, and a wonderful, 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 wonderful night. Okay, guys, take care. Peace.